There are undoubtedly tensions that exist between China and Australia.
The current relationship is really bad. I've never seen it so bad in the last 35 years of my watching this relationship.
Because it is every time now there is a headline with Australia and China relations, we almost know immediately it's going to be bad news.
Australia has criticised China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims, China's new security law in Hong Kong, and it's banned Huawei from its 5G network on security grounds. But most incendiary of all, Australia wants an international investigation into how COVID-19 began in China. And
if you make an enemy of China, China will be the enemy.
Australia's tool against China began in early 2017. Australia was all of a sudden calling for something that would be interpreted as containment of China.
Australian government on Thursday banned major Chinese telecom firms like Huawei Technologies Company Limited from supplying equipments for its planned 5G mobile network.
I mean, we know it started in China, we know it started in Wuhan. I think an entirely sensible suggestion. Today we have agreed to announce that that national security law constitutes a fundamental change of circumstances in respect to our extradition agreement with Hong Kong. And so Australia today has taken steps to suspend our extradition agreement.
回顾过去几年的中澳关系，澳大利亚国内一些人固守冷战思维和意识形态偏见，更多的视中国发展为威胁，并随之采取了一系列涉华错误言行，这才是导致中澳关系急剧下滑并陷入困难局面的根本原因。
So that every inflection took on an anti-China dynamic. Yes. It's almost as if Australians have lost their capacity for diplomacy. Diplomacy has served us well in building a bilateral relationship with China.
Water, food and oil. That's coming.
This white paper is recommending we spend close to $400 billion over the forward estimates. Now, at some point, the PM is going to be asked a very simple question. In order to protect us from which enemy? We're going to need a country.
Or an unaligned player.
You know what? I'll name one and you just nod. China. Yeah, okay. And what exactly are we protecting? Our trade routes. Yeah. And who is our number one trading partner? China? Yeah. So under this scenario, we're spending close to $30 billion a year to protect our trade with China from China.
The government of Scott Morrison has reached a stark new view of China. It's not just a top trading partner, but also a threat to the nation's sovereignty.
Scott Morrison ran out, harvested domestic votes here in Australia with willful disregard for the impact it would have on our relationship with our largest trading partner. And now our growers and producers and coal miners and many more are paying a bill.
We have to, in another cycle, sow our crops again and decide what we're going to do, and
the rate things are changing and markets are falling over, it could be totally futile.
One consolation, Mary, is that we're not alone. And that's why the Morrison government tonight has a massive political issue on its hands.
Mr Jones says Scott Morrison doesn't understand just how desperate the situation is for farmers who are losing their breeding stock.
I think there's a feeling in Canberra that the best expression of Australia's international personality is to be the closest American ally to Washington.
I think Prime Minister Morrison will be well advised to look closely at Japan. You've got a Japan which is A, an ally of the United States, America's closest ally in Asia, if you like. B, you've got American troops based in large numbers in Japan. You've got a massive economic relationship whereby Japan finds in China its largest trading partner as well. So I think there's something to be learned from the Japanese playbook in recent years about how to manage this. Do more, talk less.